All right, good afternoon, Whale Coin Talk community. My name is Noah. I'm here today with the TowerVerse team, and they're here to tell us about the TD play to earn game that they're building. So without further ado, Gerald, take it away. Tell us a bit about yourself and your background in crypto, and then we'll start talking about the project.
Yeah, hey everyone. My name is Gerald. I've been in crypto for around a year, I would say now. And I started doing projects, members of this team half a year ago. We did some smaller projects, and yeah, we decided to step it up a notch and saved up some money, and then we decided to really get started into the gaming sector of BSC. So yeah, we have not seen many successful tower defense games around, and we always thought this concept is really addictive and it brings a lot of fun to the players, and it's just perfect for play to earn. So that's why we decided to do this project. And yeah, we wanted to do it in a really community-driven way. So we really implement the ideas the community has and suggestions in further development of the game. And yeah, so this is how we wanted to start and have NFTs and staking available at the start as well.
Awesome. Well, tell me a bit about your game and the way it works. And if you don't mind, actually, just mute your mic for me, just because there's a lot of background feedback.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. So just really quick, and you can unmute your mic in a sec, because I'm going to ask you questions and we're going to go back and forth. But uh, tell me a bit about the TD game and what are some popular TD games that you guys have studied to draw inspiration from?
All right, so yeah, basically it's a tower defense game inspired by some classics like Kingdom Rush, Empire, and games like that. So you can place your towers into besides the road where enemies spawn, and then you can upgrade those towers, and yeah, they get stronger obviously, and the waves get stronger as well. Um, and yeah, with the gold you earn from the killing of the monsters, you can upgrade your towers. And yeah, so it's a pretty standard tower defense game. And we did it like in we have like zombies as enemies, and yeah. But this is like too detailed right now, so I guess we have like magical towers, barracks, and archers and stuff like that. And um, yeah, so if you know Kingdom Rush, then you should know what to expect. So we took huge inspiration from them actually, where you have like this world map, and then you click one after the other level. And you just play through them, and obviously they get harder, and you unlock more and more towers by the end, and yeah, so something like
Great.
that.
And how many developers do you currently have working on this game? And have they worked on video games in the past?
Yeah, we're working with the developers of Vainglory and Fantasy Arena right now. And basically, we gave them this game to develop. They have never done a tower defense before, but they assured us that it's going to be a good game when they finish it. And yeah, we have trust in them, of course, because obviously Fantasy Arena and Vainglory are huge gaming projects. And this makes us think that they are a really good gaming studio to work with them. Um, and yeah, so far we have seen some early alpha version, and yeah, it's still in development, but it will be finished for the launch of the coin.
Do you have any videos or artwork that you could share with us apart from what's already on your site?
Yeah, we have posted some on the TG, I guess. I could maybe some of my team members could post some videos in your group after the AMA, or I don't know, is your chat muted right now?
Yeah, but we can give one of you, whoever wants to share, can either send me, DM me the artwork, or they can ask for privileges. I can have one of my admins give them privileges, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, yeah, just let me check back. I'll let you know in a second.
Sure thing. Tell us a bit about your NFTs, your NFT staking DApp, and how that's gonna work.
Yeah, so we have obviously our previous coin was um, Uh, sorry, I kind of lost my red thread right now. Our previous coin was WitcherVerse, and we wanted to do a game for this coin at first, but then we decided to do a relaunch because, yeah, obviously the market has changed, and we wanted to get new members in, excited for the new project, and yeah, start from a new standpoint. Of course, we did not forget about our old holders, and we wanted to take them with us, and we gave them some. We'll give them some airdrops at the start of the launch of the new coin, just to compensate for yeah, for the strongest holders, you know. And yeah, so that's why we thought we do a relaunch, of course, with this game. Yeah, I just got the assets. Let me just forward that to you. In a second. Jay, can you speak again so that your name is on top and I can send you the assets?
I'm sorry about that.
Ah, there, no. Okay, there you are. There you go. So these are just our first assets of the game. For staking and NFTs, we have done staking and NFTs in the past, so we know how
Yeah,
the
I'm
concept
so
for that
sorry about
works.
that.
Oh, it's all good, all good. Yeah, we have done NFTs and staking in the past, so the DApps should be already done, and they should work without a problem because we have collected experience from previous projects, and our NFTs are actually hand drawn by a pretty famous artist, or let's say he did a lot of work on other bigger NFT projects. Um, and they look really awesome, so we will share sneak peeks of that pretty soon, I guess. Um, and the staking, yeah, it's just like on every other coin. So you basically go to the staking app, you enter the amount that you want to stake, and then you earn rewards on that staked amount. So yeah, we were still like tweaking the rewards so it fits with however many people will join, but it should give some nice APR in the end.
Awesome. And are stakers going to be holding, or excuse me, are stakers going to be earning the your native token?
Yes, for the start, yes. But we plan, of course, additional pools in the future, like that you can earn USD or PNB or whatever you want. But we will add that one step at a time.
Awesome. And can you tell us a bit more about your token and tokenomics?
Yeah, sure. So our total supply is 1 billion tokens. Um, and we have a 12% sell tax and a 8% buy tax, just to encourage holding. So from the sell tax, 5% goes to marketing, 2% goes to game development, 3% to liquidity, and 2% is a buyback function. For the buy tax, we have 4% marketing, 2% game development, and 2% liquidity.
Understood. And are players of the TD game also going to be earning in the token? And how is that earning mechanism going to work?
Yes, we want them to earn the native token, so we will definitely like have a pool of tokens on the side for rewards. The earning mechanism is not fully done yet because we're still in discussion with the developers how we can do it the best, as the game is not quite finished. But yeah, we're still deciding on the exact mechanism and how they're gonna earn. I guess for completed levels, you get bonus coins, and obviously the more you play, the more you earn. So want to make it a really nice experience and rewarding as well.
Understood. So do you maybe have an idea of whether you're going to have it based on ranking or whether you're going to have it based on the amount of time spent? What are some ideas that you guys are bouncing back and forth between right now?
So for competitiveness sake, I would say we're like planning to have an endless wave mode, of course, because this would be like easy to rank them. There's just one map, and this map could change weekly, and people compete for first spot. So yeah, you know how it works in other tower defense games. You just play, the waves get harder and harder, and you just try to survive as long as possible. And you can of course try multiple times and perfect your strategy. And yeah, then I would say the first 10 people in the ranking, they get a reward in our native token. So this is an idea that we had for quite some time now, and that we definitely want to implement, just to increase the competitiveness of the game and add like kind of a PvP mode into the game, because obviously PvP is not possible in a tower defense game in any other way, or at least not without like huge amounts of work done. So this would be a really nice way to include some competitiveness in the game.
Got it. And how far out is the PvP version of the game?
Yeah, I mean, this mode will just be implemented, I guess. Depends on how fast the developers work, of course. We will have an alpha version for the start, and I guess as soon as we move to beta version, we will have the endless onslaught mode included into the game, so that we have a ranking after the mode, and then yeah, we will give rewards to the top 10 players.
Got it. Okay, so I wanna talk a bit more about the specialized hero NFTs. Um, how exactly are users able to acquire them? Is there going to be a Genesis launch, and if so, what will be the price to mint at launch, and how many will be offered at launch?
All right, so yeah, it's basically um, the artist thought about a really cool idea. He wants to do towers based on heroes or also on enemies, and he did a really nice job with it. So it's basically a tower based on the theme of the hero. So if there's like a knight, then it has like it's in like an armored tower, and it has of course some traits, so that we can create multiple NFTs from one template. And our first collection will have 1,000 NFTs. At least that's planned for now. And the minting price will be around zero point 0.1 BNB to zero point 0.2 BNB for starters. And we plan to implement additional benefits for NFT holders in the game then later on. So you connect your wallet to the game, and then you can use your NFTs to get like a special attack, or like increased tower damage or something like that.
And how can users get whitelisted for the NFT, or is there a
For
whitelist?
NFTs, yeah, for NFTs we don't have whitelist plans for now. Only for the launch. So for the pre-sale, which will be 200 BNB, by the way, we will have a whitelist system, and we have done it that way that we will pick the top contributors for Sweep Widget, and we have also given some whitelist slots away for channels, so they do promo for us, and in return they get 2 or 3 whitelist spots to give away for their communities. But we've only taken those from bigger channels which really have an impact, because we thought like we wanted to make it really rare, and like especially if you have a whitelist spot. And yeah, we also have like a shill army where you can earn a whitelist spot as well if you really put in the work.
Understood. And are you planning on releasing your game for iOS and Android in the future as well?
Sure, this could actually be a really good possibility. So first, we want to aim to make it just a browser game, and as soon as the version moves to beta status and ports to iOS and Android are definitely a possibility.
Great. And how far out do you see the development of those two?
Yeah, like I said, it depends a bit on the speed of the developers, because obviously they work on many different projects right now. Fantasy Arena is still in the early stages. Vainglory is an ongoing project. So yeah, we will see how the resources are in the team. But up to now, they have done a good job, and as soon as the coin is launched, we will be able to like give them additional funding so they can maybe put some more resources into the game. And yeah, so I guess should be within the first quarter of the launch.
Great. And is there a big gaming partnership that you can tell us about?
So far, we have not really thought about that, but yeah, of course, as we grow our community and we get members from other projects as well, we are definitely thinking about doing some bigger gaming cooperations with like bigger gaming communities. It's just a win-win situation, I guess. So we could like give away some NFTs, or maybe we will give away some whitelist spots in those communities as well, because yeah, they get free stuff and we get exposure on their big community. So would actually be a really good idea.
Got it. And what about any sponsorships?
Yeah, that will depend on how big we can grow our community, I guess. So if we get this game to a really nice level and a really big community behind it, then we can apply for some bigger sponsorships. Right now, we don't have any at the moment, but yeah, that's also because we didn't really do our biggest marketing yet. So as far as the launch is still quite a way out, so we just wanted to do some small marketing for the start, like grow our group organically and slowly. And then when we get closer to launch, we will get the big influencers and the big channels as well. And I guess then we can see what potential this community has.
Got it. Got it. Um, and are you planning on going multi-chain at any point in the future?
Sure, sure. Yeah, if the community grows large enough and people want that, then obviously ETH would be the first choice because ETH has like the best backbone for NFTs. And as we have NFTs already at the start, at the launch, we could definitely do a collection on the Ethereum network as well. As for other chains, I mean, we're not really a huge fan of the other chains right now because they just had like a huge hype as soon as they launched, but then it kind of died off. The only one I can think of is maybe Crow as soon as it finally really gets going, or maybe AVAX. But yeah, like I said, like ETH might be the first choice for us if we decide to expand further.
Got it. And can you tell us a bit more about your private sale and pre-sale?
Yeah, we had a really small private sale, but only for our closest members. So it was not a lot of tokens. The pre-sale is 200 BNB hard cap and 100 BNB soft cap. So really small pre-sale actually for a gaming project, but we have had other projects in the past and we have seen that smaller pre-sales they actually get a lot more hype because still if you miss the pre-sale you can get many multiples if you get in early. So we decided to do a small pre-sale again, and yeah, so this way the pre-sale is like even more special. So the whitelist is even more rare and even more desirable. That's why we decided for a smaller pre-sale, and yeah, then we will just launch on PancakeSwap and see how it goes from there.
Sweet. And how many tokens per BNB will will participants receive? What will be the soft cap and the hard cap, and what will be the maximum allocation per wallet?
Maximum allocation will be 2 BNB as we had it in the past because we think this is like the sweet spot. And other than that, I think, I don't have the numbers here for token per BNB right now. I would have to look that up. Um, but I think like with 2 BNB, you don't have any like whales in there, and it's fine with a 200 BNB hard cap. And sorry, what was the other part of your question?
Um, so I asked for the hard cap and the soft cap, and I also asked for the maximum allocation per wallet and how many tokens per BNB the participants are going to receive?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I just sent to my colleagues so they check on how many tokens per BNB.
Great.
I'll give you that in a second. But other than that, yeah, like I said, 2 BNB max contribution, 0.1 BNB minimum contribution, pretty standard for pre-sale actually, and 200 BNB hard cap, 100 BNB soft cap.
Understood. And any major exchange listings, centralized exchange listings in the future for you guys?
Yes. So depending on how the launch goes, obviously, but we think it will be a pretty huge launch. So we would definitely plan to like launch on 2 exchanges at the start, and for this we have some considerations concerning like LBank, OKX, and or also like Bitmart, and we're still deciding on which of those are the strongest for the price they cost us. But yeah, one exchange listing will definitely be at the start, and then we might do a second one after that because it just gives you a more stable floor. It gives you an inflow of new people all the time. It gives you really nice exposure as well, as they offer marketing with the exchange listing.
Understood. In your white paper, you guys put a big emphasis on community and this being community owned and a community having a say in the changes made within the game. Is that going to be in the form of a DAO vote, or are your tokens going to give the holders voting rights, or is it more of a sitting around the table in a VC chat and discussing the future of the game?
Yeah, more of the later actually.
Hmm?
Of course, like the DAO vote would actually make it a little more fair, I guess, because if you have like a huge allocation in the coin, then obviously you should have more say as it's your investment, and you should like steer the course for the token. But for starters, we will just have like regular voice chats and then just talk about what the people want, what the community wants, which new features they would like to add. Also, of course, any bugs that occur during the game, as they do with every game, just get those fixed as fast as possible. And yeah, that's the plan for now. Also, we can of course do like polls that go over 2 or 3 days in the Telegram channel, pin it, and then just see which feature is the most desired for the community, and then we work on that.
Understood. And what are some of the main marketing strategies your team is using to get your name out there and create exposure?
Right. So, like I said, we're just in the early stages of marketing. Our group has like 5,000 members right now, around 5,000. Um, and yeah, we of course work with smaller channels, and we offered them some whitelist spots in return for promo, like I said. But in the later stages, we will get all the bigger ones like Travelet, Gollum, all the big ones, maybe Shield Seals as well, um, to call us out. And these alone give like a huge influx of community members. And then, of course, after launch, we will try to get CG and CMC listings as fast as possible, as those also most of the time give like an extra of 2 or 3 thousand holders if the coin is good, obviously. Um, so this would be like our first step. And then with the exchange listings, I think we have some really good exposure at the start and can keep on growing from that organically.
Understood. How big is your team, by the way?
Right now, we're 8 members.
Mhm.
So we have a dev, obviously, for contracts and stuff. But yeah, 8 members without the developers of the game because we outsourced that to the Fantasy Arena thing. Uh, but yeah, 8 members, marketing guys, designers, yeah, stuff like that. So a pretty big team, but I think it's better to have a couple more people in the back end if you need something done.
Sure. And is your team doxed?
Not publicly, but we also always do like KYC audits for our contract so that there's no chance of any scams. And we have docs internally for some promo, like Phoenix Holdings. They wanted a docs video internally, and also Gollum takes only docs projects, as far as I know. And DeFi 8 Talk also takes only doxed promos for his channel as well. So we did some internal doxing just to give the community a nice sense of security. Oh, by the way, I have the rates here now. So the
Great.
DX sale price is 940,000 tokens per BNB, and the listing price is 846,000 tokens per BNB. So it's a nice bonus if you get into the pre-sale as well.
Awesome. Awesome. That is a nice bonus. And are you guys, well, actually, I'm going to move over to community questions here in a moment, but before I do, I was curious to know if there's anything I didn't ask, and if there's anything that you want to talk about, go ahead and share it with us.
Overall, I think you've done a pretty good job, and yeah, you asked about the core concepts of Alcoin, I guess.
Great, great. All right. Well, the first
So it's
question is
fine.
from, yeah, no worries. And if you think
Yeah,
of anything, feel free to let me know. The
yeah, sure.
first question is from Dr. Aisha.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Noah. Okay, I want to know that what will be the requirements for players to be able to play TowerVerse game? I mean, will one need NFT or one has to be the TowerVerse native token holder?
For now, we plan no restrictions. At least in the alpha stage of the game, we plan no restrictions for playing, as we want as many people play it as possible, just so we can fix all the issues with the game. Because obviously, with the new game release, you can never test it internally as much as you need. So when then there are thousands of people playing it, then you will find some bugs and some issues with the game that need fixing, and that's why we uh, want some many people to play it as fast as possible. But as we move into the later stages of the game and beta release or even the final release, we plan to have a restriction for playing. So maybe just have the token to at least have token holders only playing the game. With NFTs, we don't want to like force the NFTs on anyone, so I don't think we will ever have a restriction for only NFT holders. But yeah, that's the plan for now.
Okay, got it. I also want to know that how will players be able to withdraw the rewards earned while playing game?
The plan is to for you to connect your wallet and you just play, and then the reward in tokens will be added to your account automatically, so you don't have to claim them. For staking, that's a different story. For staking, you will have to claim them by just clicking the claim button, and you can do it anytime, at least with the first pool. All right.
Uh, will there be any withdrawal limit?
Withdrawal limit on what exactly?
Uh,
Do you mean like a fixed staking period or?
no, on rewards earned while playing game.
No, no. Like I said, they will be added automatically to your wallet, so there will be no limits or anything. Of course, the first rewards
Okay.
during the alpha stage, they're still subject to change. We still need to like increase or decrease the rewards depending on how many people play and how the rewards flow out. And yeah, this will take some time, but yeah, we will get there eventually to a really nice balance point. So it feels rewarding, but it doesn't drain the token pool too fast.
Okay, got it. And will there be any limit on number of games a player can play in a day or hours?
We're still thinking about that. Maybe for this competitive mode, like the endless mode that we plan, we will have a limit of 2 tries a day or something. So just so that it's a little more fair and like people, they just try for 2 times and then they gotta think about the strategy and try the next day again. So yeah, this could be a possibility.
Okay, okay, one last question from me. Okay, I was wondering that in player versus player mode only two players be able to fight against each other, or more than one player can team up and battle against each other?
It's actually not a direct player versus player mode. It's like I said, like an endless onslaught. So you play and you just see who survives the longest, while the waves get harder and more enemies spawn. And then the top 10 players, so the players that survive the longest, they will be able to get some rewards by us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering my questions.
You're very welcome.
Great. Next question is from Sayed Rahmat.
Yeah. So I was going through your roadmap and it's mentioned about metaverse inclusion. Can you briefly explain what kind of a metaverse it will be and how will TowerVerse game be integrated into this metaverse?
Yeah, so with metaverse inclusion, we actually thought about doing like an additional game after the first launch. So, but of course, this depends on the community growth and the performance of the token as well as the market conditions. So we might plan for the future to have additional games and make a whole universe of different tower defense games with different themes. And yeah, we would create like a metaverse out of that, where you can just connect your wallet, you play whichever game you want, and then you just earn rewards on them.
Okay, got it. Also on your roadmap in quarter three, I read about new cross over heroes. Can you briefly explain about them and will it allow the users to move their heroes NFTs cross chain?
Um, so you read about what? I didn't quite get that. It was a little noisy.
New crossover heroes on your roadmap.
Oh, um, yeah. So as you know, we want to integrate heroes into the game, and these are like yeah special units that you can move around the map, and they fight the monsters, and they have special abilities. And what this means is just we want to include more of those heroes, new heroes with new special attacks into the game.
Okay, okay. I
So
thought
like an expansion pack, more or less, in terms of content.
okay, okay. I thought one will be able to move them cross chain. So you mentioned that there will be 1,000 initial NFTs. I want to know that will pair be able to get them only who are holder of these native token, or they can get them without holding any tokens?
No, no, we will make them mintable for BNB. Just so we have additional funds for game development as well, and then you can trade them on our own marketplace. This would be
Okay,
the
got
plan.
it.
So they will also be ranked in terms of rarity. So there are special NFTs that are more rare than others, and obviously we want to like have higher prices then for rare NFTs. So the mint is random, obviously, but um, if you get like a rare NFT, then it is more desired by the community, and the price will go up.
Okay, so mint will be random. One cannot select the NFT of their own liking, right?
Yes.
Okay, and will there be any limit on number of NFTs per wallet?
We don't have any plans for that right now, so I guess you can mint as many as you want.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
You're welcome, Tom.
Great. We got next question from FIFA. I'll go for it.
I have a really hard time understanding.
Yeah, FIFA, we can't really hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Next question is going to be from Crypto Gabriel.
true.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, what's
Hey.
going on, man?
Yeah, okay. I have a couple of questions. Well, the first one is your P2E game. Will it only be available on PC or will there also be a mobile version?
It will be a browser game in the first version, so it will be available on PC and, of course, mobile, because you can also play the browser game on mobile. But we plan, like we said in the AMA, to release a optimized version for Android and iOS at some point. It all depends on how the developers how they do with the integration and how much resources they have available. But eventually, we plan to release an optimized version so you can play it on your mobile in an optimized way.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Then I don't know, is there anything like staking in the token?
Uh,
Yeah, Gabriel,
Sorry, can you
you
repeat
broke
that?
up again, man. You need, yeah.
I say, is there any possibility to introduce staking in the token?
Staking?
Yeah, is there any opportunity to introduce staking of your token?
Exactly,
Also,
that's what I
yeah, yeah,
said.
sure. Sorry. You were kind of. Yeah. Like we will offer staking from day one. It's also what it says in our roadmap. It will be over our website on the D app, and yeah, we will just integrate it the standard way. So dynamic staking, you just go there, put in the amount of token you want to stake, and you will be rewarded in our native token.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Great. Thank you for the questions. FIFA, let's try one more time with you. So your hand up again.
You say your product can any mobile game include mobile esports games that can reach 2.5 billion players globally. Where do you get this stats from? Is it really reliable? And what are your plans to achieve that goal?
Well, sorry, I can't really understand that. Did you get that, Noah?
FIFA, really sorry. Yeah, we can't hear you. You might need to change your mic in the future so that we can actually hear your question. I'm really sorry. I don't see any more hands up, but I did have another question to ask you, Gerald. You said you worked on previous projects in the past, and your team has worked on previous games in the past. What are some learning points and experiences that you're bringing from past projects into this one to make sure that it's a smooth success?
Phew, I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest. This has been one hell of a ride. So, yeah, obviously, you figure out which kind of marketing works and which doesn't, because there's just a huge amount of opportunities to market your token, and most of it is just hot air. So you got to figure out which kind of marketing it takes. What are the big players, and what kind of marketing do you book to really get your token the exposure that it needs, and get the people in there that you want as investors. And other than that, I guess growing a community is really tough in the beginning, and also like handling the community with mods and everything. So you need to have mods all the time, and finding those is also really tough. To have like really good mods that handle your community and answer questions when you are asleep, for example. Stuff like that. It's just really important for a token, and yeah, we've learned a lot from the past projects, and I hope this one will really like blow up.
Yeah, certainly. I was also curious about your token and what some plans you have in place, or I guess what some precautions you have in place to prevent people from dumping it early on, keep the price
Yeah,
stable and even
so
growing over time.
yeah, for this, the staking is a huge part, I guess, because obviously if you stake the coins, you're not gonna dump them because you're already earning rewards on that stack. And with exchange listing as well, it really gives you a better floor and a steady inflow of new investors, which will keep the floor at a higher level. I mean, every coin, I guess, will have a huge pump at the start and a pretty strong correction, but it all depends on where the floor is holding and that the floor is moving up steadily. So this is our goal to have like a steady growth with exchange, people coming in, and new marketing opportunities, also new partnerships, and yeah, people just playing the game, having fun, spreading the word, extend the game, and add features to that, and then yeah, work with that, and with that progress, get new investors on board.
Got it. We have another community question, another hand up, so I'm going to call on that, and then I'll shift back to another question that I have. So Jeff A,
Sure.
go for it, man.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just a quick question, then I gotta run. Are you planning on getting an audit, or do you have
Yes.
one? Okay.
100%. So we have the contract not quite finished yet, but it will get audited 100% because it just gives a sense of security, and it's just standard procedure by now. So a docs audit will probably be done for the contract.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. My next question is whether you plan on having any, I like to call them burn mechanisms in game. So ways that players can spend tokens in game for upgrades, for skins, for I don't know, new towers, new NFTs, just ways for the token to become deflationary through your video game as well as the buy sell tax that you have in place.
Yes, our buyback mechanism is actually kind of a burn, if you want to call it that way. So the buyback tokens, they will flow directly into the staking rewards. So they are not in circulation for buying and selling anymore in that sense. Also, we plan to have our NFTs mint for our native token, and like have a discount on the mint with our native token compared to BNB minting. And yeah, those tokens will get burned.
Great, awesome. So I don't see any more hands up. Again, if there's anything you want to leave us with, you can give us a closing statement. Otherwise, really thank you for being with us today. I love TD games. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think that there's something that everyone can pick up very quickly, whether they have a phone in their hand or they're on their computer. So crypto meets TD is I'm a big fan of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys build in the future.
All right, yeah, thank you. You've been a very pleasant host. Thanks for having me here. We have a strong community, and yeah, I hope to see many of your community join our token and participate in our pre-sale and in our launch. And
Awesome. Well,
I wish you all a nice evening.
Yeah, you too, Gerald. Likewise.
Thanks.
Take care.